I think we could probably start. Looks like we're pretty close.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'd like to call the July 21st, 2020 North Koochiching Area Sanitation District meeting to order at 10 a.m. And with that, I will have a roll call. Robert Thompson. Here, okay. Walt Bowler, not here. Roger Jackson.
Here.
John Bruggeman. Here. Brian Briggs.
Here.
Don Billig.
Here.
Crystal Clance.
Here.
And I think I'm here. All right. Audience, do we have any audience today? There's none online. Is there any in the room?
No.
Okay, sounds good. Additions and deletions to the agenda. I would like to add to the agenda the City of International Falls Resolution number 6120 to look at and accept, I would think. Can I hear a motion for that?
So move, Miss Brian.
Okay, Brian.
Second.
Okay, Crystal. All right. Any other additions to the agenda? If not, I'll call for a vote. Robert Thompson?
Yes.
Roger Jackson?
Yes.
John Bruggeman?
Yes.
Brian Briggs?
Yes.
Don Billig?
Yes.
Crystal Clance? Did she say yes?
Yes.
Yes, and I say yes. All righty. All right, now I think then I have to also ask a motion to accept the amended agenda.
So move.
Second.
All right, call for a roll call vote. Robert Thompson?
Yes.
Roger Jackson?
Yes.
John Bruggeman?
Yes.
Brian Briggs?
Yes.
Don Billig?
Yes.
Crystal Clance?
Yes.
And me. Yes. All right. So we'll add that in new business, is that right?
No, old business.
Old business, yeah, okay. I'll write that down. 6121. All right. Okay. Next, I'd like to have us look at the June 16th NKSD SD board minutes, and when ready, I'd like to ask for a motion to accept them.
This is Brian, so move.
Okay, Brian,
Second.
second by Don. Any discussion? If not, I'll ask for a roll. Did somebody say something? I heard something. Okay, I'll ask for a vote. Robert Thompson.
Yes.
Roger Jackson.
Yes.
John Bruggeman.
Yes.
Brian Briggs.
Yes.
Don Billig.
Yes.
Crystal Clance.
Yes.
And I say yes. All right. And then just for informational purposes, we have the May 27th, 2020 East Cooch minutes. Everybody, I hope, got a chance to look at that. All right, and let's move into disbursements. July disbursements of $133,036.29, including blanket authorizations. Let's see here, I got that here somewhere. Already, I'd accept a motion to accept.
Also move.
Don made a motion to accept disbursements. I get a second?
Second. Brian.
Brian gives a second. Okay. Do we want to take a moment to look at these? Anybody have any questions?
Why is Falls License Bureau $1,500?
Because we got the new truck.
Costs that much to register?
Yep.
Because it's commercial or what?
That's probably sales tax or what?
Capital?
Yeah.
Tabs. Licensing, tax, and tax.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Forgot about that tax.
Yep.
All right.
Just, are you looking at the income, expense, budget versus actual? No, we're still in the first.
Disbursements.
Okay.
Any other questions on disbursements? If not, I'll ask for a motion to accept them, which I think we have already, didn't we?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
We did?
Yep, we have a motion and a second.
Okay, all right, then I'll call for a vote. Robert Thompson,
Yes.
Roger Jackson,
Yes.
John Bruggeman,
Yes.
Brian Briggs,
Yes.
Don Villig,
Yes.
Crystal Clance,
Yes.
and I say yes. All right, now we're looking at the financial reports.
Just wanted to bring a couple of things to your attention that, with the income expense budget versus actual.
Okay,
Where you see dumping fees or dumping income, Rocky Ledge, there's like $918 and $710 that need to be added in there yet. Also, the capital improvement fund,
what number is that again?
330
Okay,
of the income. Once we approve these financials, then I'm going to start communicating with our accountant to find out how we can do journal entries to keep that updated as far as how much is in that account.
okay,
Because right now it looks like we don't have anything in the account, but we budgeted $225,000.
oh yeah, all right.
So I just want to bring those couple of items to your attention.
Thanks for bringing them up. Anything that would be out of the ordinary or something we want to hear, I appreciate that Kelly was bringing that up. So,
Welcome.
do we have any other questions on the income and expense budget versus actual for January through June?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other financials we got to look at? Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. That's the only one. Okay. With that, I would ask for a motion to accept the financial reports.
No move.
I'll
Don.
second.
And Roger. Okay. All right, with that, I'll call for a vote. Robert Thompson,
Yes.
Roger Jackson,
Yes.
John Bruggeman,
Yes.
Brian Briggs,
Yes.
Don Billick,
Yes.
and Crystal Clance. And I'll say yes. Thank you. All right, old business. First of all, we got ownership of 5th Street and Flame lift stations.
Well, just to kind of bring you up to speed on what's been happening, I've tried to do that through certain emails, but we have signed our resolution, which you have a copy of. And as of last night after the city council meeting, we have the signed resolution from the city of International Falls. So those two resolutions now will be sent to the MPCA and to Dave Oberstar so that he can send them to the state so we can clear the legalities of transferring those lines. After that is done, the next step will be the transfer agreement and the bill of sales. So that's where we're currently at with it right now.
All right. So pretty well everything's exactly the same, I'm guessing, isn't it, between both of ours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dave Oberstar has been reviewing everything and helping to write them as well.
That's good to know that.
Yeah. I'm glad that that he was involved in this. I didn't feel very comfortable, doing this without
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I agree.
No, he's very involved, and Ken and I talked to Ken Anderson, and we want to just take it slow and make sure that everything's done correctly so that when we're not here in 5 or 10 or however many years, you know, people will be able to look back and say, well, I assume it's this way, or, you know, we just want to make sure that everything is spelled out, done correctly.
Yep, that's good. Yep, done very well, Kelly. Good job. All right. So, there's not any other questions. Do we have to vote on this? I don't think so, do we?
So you voted at the last board meeting to get things going, but once we get to the final transfer agreement and bill of sale, we'll have to have a motion on those.
Okay, so this is mainly informational. Okay, thank you. All right, Resolution 2021.
That's our resolution.
Oh, okay. Okay, we've done that already. Okay, I didn't have that in front of me. And the transfer agreement.
That's in your board packet.
Gotta make sure, I gotta look at that. Let's see, yeah. Has that been signed and anything yet?
Oh, nothing can be signed until the state signs off on these 2 resolutions.
Okay. Oh, that's right, yeah. Now I'm looking at it. All right. I know I signed something, but it wouldn't be that. Okay. All right, so, and the bill of sale we have on here? Yep, there it is. $1, that's pretty cheap.
I'll give you 2.
Well, there you go. Double our profits. All right. And so, let's go on to COVID-19 information.
In your packet, I just wanted you to know what we're dealing with as far as employees' rights and what the employer needs to abide by through all this COVID stuff. So that's basically just information. As far as our COVID testing that we're doing, or that the guys are doing, we have gotten 3 reports now, and I've been passing those reports on to Rob Castor, the hospital administrator, and also Laurel Beeger. And they're all quite interested, and I hope you find them as interesting as well. If you need explaining, I can explain it as best as I can if you call me.
Okay.
Also, I got an email from Messer the other day, and we have to they send out templates, and it's to cover such protocol as sick workers, workplace protocol, drop-off sites, those types of things. And so it's like a preparedness plan. And per the governor's executive order, we have to do this. And so I'll be working on putting something like that, putting that together for us for the next meeting. And then make a motion on it, and then you'll be able to enforce it.
Okay, good. Yeah, and I guess that's probably the meeting we could, I would probably ask Kelly if you have any issues or concerns in regards to what our obligation is to make sure it's not a problem for us. But I guess that's a little early right now until we're done. Okay, I think that was just it for information, wasn't it? Anybody have any questions on that information? If not, we're moving pretty quick today, aren't we? Is there anything else? We added that 61-20 from the falls, but we've already discussed that, so we don't need to bring that up. All right, staff and committee reports, operators report.
All right, Mr. Chairman and board members, Greg Schneider here. The first thing is that we got here is the digester cleaning. obviously it went beyond what we expected to get this digester clean. And we did finally get it emptied and cleaned and factored out. It needed to be cleaned, obviously, and it just took, we didn't expect that much in there, to be honest with you. And we really didn't want to quit. We wanted to see what was in the bottom, in the sump and stuff, and there was plenty of sand and stuff in there. We did get it all washed out and cleaned. And HydroClean is itemizing all the hours and stuff these guys put in, their confined space entry that they did. Everything's going to be itemized. He's going to come up with a final bill for us. But also, we did put the digesters back online now, and we took a few days to get it filled up again. And what we had to do is we've been using quite a bit of natural gas. So next time our natural gas bill is probably going to be up because we have to heat the digester back to 95 degrees. And we're back at that point right now, and we're producing a lot of methane gas again right now. But to get to that point, we have to get the digester heated up. So we had to use quite a bit of natural gas to get that thing heated back up. But right now, the digester is back online, and it's actually operating really well, and we are producing a lot of methane gas. And that same week that them guys were here, we were doing maintenance on the train B of the plant. We dropped both clarifiers. We washed them all out. We checked all the scrapers, mechanisms in the bottom of the tank. Had to replace some bolts and stuff in there and make sure everything was in working condition. But we also had a factory. We cleaned them tanks all out too on train B. One of the weeks that they were here. Right now, this week, we are dropping the other side of the plant. Train A is completely down right now, and we're working on the primary and secondary clarifiers right now, cleaning them out and checking all the scrapers and replacing bolts and stuff that we need to do. And then what we also did, we contact tanks, the chlorine contact tanks, and clean them all out. So we're doing a lot of maintenance on the clarifiers and the contact tanks and stuff right now. And they haven't been down for a couple of years, and we have to inspect them and clean them and make sure everything's in working condition. Also, the sludge that's in the storage tank, normally we haul that out in October. In the last couple of years, we weren't able to get it out until November, mid-November, because of the wet weather. Paul Montaigne was here with Mountain Company last week, and he was talking to the farmers. And we would like to try to get some of that hauled out in mid-August if we can. That way, when we haul at the end of October, that window is so much smaller. Maybe we can get it done in a day or a day and a half. We can have the tank empty and washed out to go into winter. It's just that when the tank is full and it's wet, it takes about 5 days for them to haul all that sludge out of that storage tank. So we've kind of, that's happened 2 years in a row now. We got kind of caught like that. We ended up getting it out, but it was tough out in the fields. So we figured if we could get some of it out in August, if we get some dry weather, get most of it hauled and land applied, we'd only have to haul, very little at the end of October to get us through the winter. But we're kind of looking into that right now too. Also, I'd like to just mention to you that our toxicity testing event that we redid, we got the results back from that, and all of our toxicity testing passed. And that report we submitted last week to the MPCA. We keep a copy for ourselves, and we submit a copy of the toxicity testing to the MPCA, which we did last week. I think that's all I have for right now. But like I said, that digester cleaning, we didn't know what to expect. We gave it our best shot. We dewatered it the best we could, and then just got wet. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Greg. Director's report.
Okay, just to add to what Greg was talking about with the digester and HydroClean, I know that it took longer and we did have some complaint calls. I think the city of International Falls did too because of the humming. I know that one party called and they said their residents couldn't sleep at night because of the humming, but they only worked till 7 o'clock at night. So I'm not sure, where that complaint came from, but
Would they have left somebody in the pipes and they were humming
must have
till morning?
was Greg singing after hours.
Oh, all right. Okay.
But I talked with Greg and John both, and I think we're going to try to work on a 5-year plan. What are we going to do over the next 5 years so that hopefully when we do it again in 5 years, it will be quicker, less expensive, just what are other plants doing that maybe we can do? Just look at it and try to put a plan together moving forward. And then also, I think that we should probably look at trying to budget something over the next 5 years so that when we get there, we've got the money set aside.
Good idea. Good idea, Kelly.
So, the maintenance agreement with the City of International Falls, there's still, the committee of the whole has looked at it, but they haven't taken it to the council yet that I know of, so we're still waiting on that. And as far as, Greg talked about the clarifier. I was able to go down, he called me yesterday, and I went down and was able to see the primary clarifier empty and how they were cleaning it, and it was pretty interesting. And now I want to take another tour because after so many months of working, I feel like I'm starting to understand it a little bit more than when I took it the first couple of weeks I worked here. So we might try to put another tour for me together, and if any of the board members would like to attend that, I would encourage it. It's amazing what those 4 guys do down there, and the amount of property that they take care of. And y'all should be very proud of the work they do.
Yes. Yes.
And then on the safety side of things, I'll be working on a PPE, a personal protective equipment policy. Currently, the plant or the office do not have it, and it's wearing personal protective apparatuses in certain conditions, whether it's a hearing aid, a mask, whatever. I do have a sample from the Minnesota Municipal Utilities Association, and they give us permission to use that document and adapt it to our needs. So I'll be starting to work on that after I do the preparedness plan for the COVID testing, or the COVID template. And the SOC update, just each district now will be working on their individual plans. As you know, everything's been sent to the MPCA. And on a monthly basis, I will be reaching out to each of the 3 districts to just see, what have you accomplished this month? And, are you on track? Basically, just to make sure that everybody is staying on track. I'll just reach out, send an email to all 3, and hopefully they'll just inform us on what they're working on. That's all I have. Unless somebody has questions.
Any questions for the director? Not, thank you, Kelly, and we'll go into new business. The 2020 audit.
Stacy said you've all seen the draft. This is the final document. It has not changed any, but you have to approve the final document.
Anybody have any concerns or questions on audit?
This is Brian. I've read through it, and I would make a motion to approve the audit.
Okay, motion,
Second.
second by Don. Okay, I'll call for a vote. Robert Thompson,
Yes.
Roger Jackson,
Yes.
John Bruggeman,
Yes.
Brian Briggs,
Yes.
Don Billick,
Yes.
Crystal Clance,
Yes.
and I say yes. All right, good. Next, and that's all the new business. We'll go into correspondence. We have the WIF funds to be transferred for June of $14,274. That's informational. And PFA interest plus principal payment due August 20th, 2020 for $340,874.13. Anything need to be talked about any of these, Kelly?
Not that I'm aware of, and Stacy says no, so.
Okay, good. Stacy, you've been awful quiet today. So if we do 7:30, could everybody make it?
Yep.
You have to.
Boy, okay. All right. Well, let's go try 7:30. So Robert, before we end though, we gotta all look at that mask you have. Okay, Robert is gonna show us his mask, then we'll adjourn the meeting. I want this official.
Came in this morning with his mask on. I told him it's the best he's ever looked.
Could you come closer to the screen? It's hard to see right there. Please.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
I can't see him.
Come a little closer. Look at that. Kind of looks like Batman, or is it
Looks like Zorro.
Zorro? That's it. Yes, looks nice. My girlfriend's probably going to want one of those for me. But all right, let's. Anything else to go to the order? If not, I will adjourn the meeting. Thank
Good.
you, everybody.
See you next month.
See you next month.